Over the years, Indian football has thrown up a number of wrong answers to the question, who after Chhetri? Today, we will be talking about someone who might just be Sunil Chhetri's successor, not just in the darker blue of Bengaluru FC, but in the Indian football team's version of the colour as well. But Sivasakthi Narayanan might just be the right answer. It had been a breakthrough season for the 22-year-old striker from Karaikudi, Tamil Nadu, as he entered into double figures with 11 goals for the 22-23 season, a rare achievement for an Indian striker. 5 of those goals had come in the Durand Cup, while 6 had been scored in the Indian Super League. The latter 6 goals and 2 assists have come in just 898 minutes of football. He also had another assist in the playoff stage. It does seem foolhardy to proclaim Sivasakthi as Indian football's next big hope based on his overall performances spanning such a short space of time. But the people who know him best are bullish. He works hard every day in training, and his stats are probably higher than anybody else, said Bengaluru coach Simon Grayson on Siva's superb exhibition throughout the season. Even Sunil Chhetri himself referred to Sivasakthi as a superstar following his exploits in the Durand Cup. But the man most convinced by his talent is someone who has known him longer than most, is no other than the former Indian international striker Raman Vijayan. He had first come across Sivasakthi when the youngster turned up to his coaching academy as an 11-year-old. Vijayan has been there to hold his hand every step of the way since. He comes from a very poor background, Vijayan says. Within a year of joining my academy, his father passed away. His mother was a midday meal cook at a school and had raised and supported him to follow his passion. But right from the start, you could see that the talent and the skills were there. He was underdeveloped physically. He still has some way to go in that regard, but you could tell that he was special. After finishing 10th, he started developing into a proper striker, scoring goals in inter-school, inter-college and age group tournaments, said Raman Vijayan in an interview about his former scholar and now star Sivasakthi. Hailing from a football-frenzied district of Karaikudi, Sivasakthi had picked up football as an interest, and when he was in 7th grade at school, Sivasakthi went on to get selected by an NFA team for the trials held in his hometown. That's how his youth career had begun. Sivasakthi was later scouted by Raman Vijayan's soccer school, and he soon raised everyone's eyeballs as he became the top scorer in the 2018-19 season of the AIFF's Elite Development League with a staggering 22 goals for the club. Impressed by his performance, ISL side Bengaluru FC decided to sign him for their B team, where he played for the club in the 2020-21 season of the Bangalore Super Division League. He emerged as a top goal scorer after scoring a staggering 15 goals for the club, which includes 2 hat-tricks. He was part of the team that became champions of the Reliance Football Developmental League in 2022 and qualified for the Next Gen Cup in the UK. Another feat of his career so far was scoring 2 goals in the 6-3 defeat against the youth side game of former Premier League winners Leicester City FC. We can draw basic conclusions. Sivasakthi is good in terms of converting his chances and is highly present inside the box. He's also dangerous with his passes, while his defensive work rate is good. It's important to understand that the player is yet to cement his position as a starter. By just playing 47% of his available minutes, he has a goal participation of 25% for Bengaluru in the ISL, and by playing just 35% of his total available minutes, he had a goal participation of 36% for Bengaluru in the Durand Cup. Siva, as he is commonly known by his fans, had even got himself a call-up to the national team camp for the preliminary list of the Hero Tri-Nations Cup in March. But after suffering an injury to his face in the ISL final, where he was stretchered off and was later dropped from the final India squad for the friendlies. Despite the setback, the 21-year-old was strong enough to accept it. He said, "My dream came true, but I should not be complacent with the call-up for India. My journey has only just started. Like Bengaluru FC, I want to be a regular on the national team as well. Then only I can be happy." Now let's have a glance at his tactical side of the game. A special thanks to Total Football Review for helping us to get all of Sivasakthi Narayanan's latest unrevealed statistics from the 22-23 season. His heat map for the season shows how he's present everywhere in the attacking third. The reason behind this is he constantly switches from the main striker to the second striker in the game, and is hence given the freedom to move around to help the game flow in the final third. If we check his stats when resembled his fellow strikers in the league, then we will see that he is among the elite players who've performed above average, and he ranked as the 4th highest in terms of the touches in the opponent's boxes with a per 90 value of 4.24, while he averages 2.48 shots per 90. His XG is also very impressive with a 0.36 per 90. This shows that the player is a potential threat. He's inside the box, taking touches, and is also attempting shots causing damage to all the opponent players who come his way. From the XG map, we can see how the majority of his shots came from in and around the 6-yard box. It's also important to note that the player has been able to score goals from outside the box, but he is predominantly active around the 6-yard box trying to finish off chances. Sivasakthi, being technically strong, has many ways to drive into the penalty area. He is often seen to beat defenders with his pace and drive into the penalty area by himself. At times, he loves to work the ball under his foot and attempt dribbles inside the penalty area to take down players. But something that will stand out in his game when compared with all other players is his off-the-ball runs when in possession. Sivasakthi performs above average in both metrics of the through passes and progression in the final third. Once again, he is among the list of elite players in the league. The only difference is he loves to carry the ball inside the penalty area rather than attempting passes to the penalty area. He prefers to play quickly and always has an eye for spaces, and he also looks to attack the penalty area whenever possible. During possession, Sivasakthi, as and when he finds empty space, looks to dribble into the space, and by doing this he attracts defenders, which as a result creates space for his teammates. Another important mindset the player possesses is not to kill moves. He likes the game to keep flowing. The trades of his has helped him improve his decision-making skills in the final third. Having spoken about his attacking side of the game so far, let's talk about his performance in helping the team defend during attacks to regain ball possession. Although for a striker defending is of the secondary importance, Sivasakthi tries to give his best to benefit the team even without the ball. His work rate does not just end there. Most of the time, he's seen in the defending third helping the team. It could be a tactic to commit an extra person to defend, as Sivasakthi using his tremendous pace can rejoin the attack quickly. From his high regains, we can see a mixture of dangerous and counter-pressing recoveries. He has attempted 8 counter-pressing recoveries this season. All these traits make Sivasakthi a huge asset. He's vital in creating space for others, he's crucial in counter-attacks, and is also able to score goals. A complete poacher once inside the penalty box. Bengaluru FC's head coach Sandesh Bhoite had described Sivasakthi as a tall and lanky poacher who has all the key core strength to help him get past even the heaviest of challenges. Sivasakthi still has years of football ahead of him, and with the right exposure, he's sure to become a ruthless weapon. Technically strong at the moment, he needs more experience to get confident with his game and to perfect execution. He has a strong mentality and isn't afraid to make mistakes, and thus it helps him stand out among other youngsters in the country. Team India and Bengaluru FC both have a gem in their hands, who will soon be dominating Indian football in the upcoming years. Thank you for watching the video.